Yo, crew members and passengers, it is D Life, your favorite skipper on board the PDL Express. It's another wonderful day, and we are in the engine room checking out all of our platforms that are keeping our gears running and that engine percolating. Today, we are looking back at Spare Finance. We're going to check our progress, look at the new V2 updates as Spare Finance now has a V2 contract, and check out all of our new improved functions on this project. I am bullish on this project. I am a spare. What am I? I'm a spare. I'm a spare. I'm a spare skipper. That's right. Yeah, that's what I am. All right, guys. But before we get into spare, let's jump on into the Pasity Life Today sponsor. Thank you so much, everybody. I love doing this. This is the time where I can tell you thank you for liking, subscribing, viewing the videos, giving the Pasity Life your time, and making sure to become a crew member, aka subscriber. Thank you so much. And don't forget to check us out on Twitter. Now let's jump into spare. And we go into the meat and potatoes, which is the app where we will be having everything. And if you are new to Spare, Spare is a auto compounding, auto staking platform. All you have to do is just purchase the token. The token will grow in your wallet, and hence you will gain quantity and value as the token has a value, which is the price, and then your holdings will also gain. So that is a win-win with auto comps. Now, the only downside to auto comps is, of course, selling, and which we have had a share of that over on Sphere. As in our last video, as we jump into the prime time machine, let's check out our last Sphere video and look at where we were. That was a month ago, our last Sphere video. Let's make sure that's what it was. 2 weeks ago. Nope, it was 2 weeks ago. So great. Not too long ago. Thank you so much for the views, and thank you so much for the likes. So let's just turn this guy down, and let's jump on into the app. All right, great. So, few new changes on the UI. First off, we'll start there. As we can see, we had the dashboard, calculator game, swap, and docs. Now we have our wiki, which is for information purposes, and you getting all of the updates. Let's jump on over here. As we already started to look at our first update, which is the quantum liquidity on V2. And this is something that is new, quantum liquidity as a service. First time I'm ever hearing it, so shout out to Spare, and it's QL. So first of all, what is liquidity? Liquidity refers to the amount of funds available for the exchange in a liquidity pool. In Spare's finance case, the main liquidity pool for buying and selling Spare is a quick swap, WMATIC/Spare pool. The pool currently contains 28,698 WMATIC and 1,452 Spare. Liquidity pools marked by maintaining a 1-to-1 USD ratio between two tokens in the pool. Essentially, the amount of Spare in the pool will always be worth the same amount as the WMATIC. All right, so now, how is quantum liquidity different? This is amazing. Quantum liquidity changes the game by actively farming the liquidity in the LP pool. Essentially, while regular LPs let the liquidity just sit in the pool to be used for buys and sells, quantum liquidity will farm with available liquidity earned with a yield. So that is a win-win, guys. Win-win for the platform, win-win for the liquidity pool. Let's take the Spare's priority pool that will be explained above. Right now, we have the 28,000, roughly 3.5 M, just sitting doing nothing. Quantum liquidity will allow the protocol to yield farm this with the WMATIC, earning up to 30% APY. That is not bad at all when we are talking a big bag, 3.5 mil. And so that gives an additional 1.5 mil in income for the treasury. So this is what a project needs. All projects need to be able to generate revenue, so we don't have the quote-unquote, I don't like saying it, but yeah, nomics, P-nomics, I'll call it that. As that means you need new investors to come in order to pay old investors. But once a project can actually generate its own revenue, then they have the revenue to sustain the project, hence to sustain and give out those rewards to its holders. So let's jump into our next update. Slide on over here to the screenshots that I saved. So they have a sell threshold, and the way this was working, if we checked out, if you're following Spare, and if you are a Spare holder, we were having, a lot of sells, and as we go back into the prime time machine, we could just look and you would see, in here, like, let's jump back here. The price of Spare then was 9 cents, right? And now we check, the price of Spare is 2 cents. So pretty much like a 60% sell off almost. So there were a lot of sales going on. Spare was skyrocketing. Be sure to check out that video. I will leave it in the cards. Man, I pretty much 10x'd on my, initial investment. That was awesome. Making dollars a day instantly from pennies a day. Now we're down to making 49 cents, which is, we're still up almost 3x, so not bad as, we continue to stay around this price here. So we're still in the profit as Square continues to stay around here. Even if it links around here, every day we will still be making profit. Unfortunately, for some of those people who got in, on the 9 cents or the 10 cents, they're down now, but we're still making the rebases, which we'll be getting to our next new update also. Let's jump here. So the sales threshold was too big in V1. That's pretty much it. And so there were a lot of sales going in, creating the slippage for those much larger dumps. And so, quote unquote, we're having too many sales come in, too many price drops. Now in V2, the threshold is limited. So that means they limit the amount of sales that can come through. Hence, less slippage. So then it's going to be too much selling of that of the price fluctuation. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This is only my experience and my opinion and my research. You always can remember the DYOR, as I'm only the skipper on board the PDL Express. If you are a Spare holder or you're thinking about getting in with that, I'm not a financial advisor, but that is a D-Life discount. I'm just saying. I just had to put it out there. You know we like D-Life discounts if you're following the channel. Next, the Dyson token. So the Dyson token will work as W Spare. Like you remember the W-Matic. So for people that have to, pay taxes, some do, some don't, what you'll then be able to do is that same, for example, here, this 10 Spare, as the rebases keep going, when you wrap the Spare, then, if I'm saying this the right way, the quantity of the Spare won't count as pretty much gains, because in certain countries, for example, the US, you get taxed on your capital gains. So what the W Spare or the Dyson token will then do is keep all those rebases in it, and then you only have the value of that Spare. And then the Dyson token can also be converted back to the actual quantity. So that is one great thing there, looking out for everybody who has to, pay those taxes. Next, let's jump into the Galaxy Marketplace. This is one of my most favorite things. I gotta blow this up. I mean, this is very innovative for Spare and any project. Like, copy it. This makes a lot of sense. So let's do a little quick explanation on this. So, most important thing on here is the whales. So now the whales get to go to the Galaxy Marketplace and they get to sell their Spare at the Galaxy Marketplace, right? Which then in turn, the tokens that it goes into like a bond, and then they get a discount, right? And then we, us here represented, we get to pretty much purchase, if I'm saying it the right way, we get to purchase that bond or that Spare that they did, and we get 12% instead of 13%, and it's a little bit tricky. Not tricky, but it's, you have to go into detail. And I don't want to read all the information on it, but I'll just show you where the information is. I was trying to pretty much get my own understanding of it. But the most important thing is the whales don't have to dump on the market. In layman terms, the whales could come to this marketplace and they could sell off their sphere where it doesn't affect the market crazy. Put it that way, and won't get those large dumps, and then we get people panic selling because they see everything's going down because someone sold off 500,000 sphere. You gotta remember, sphere always said at the beginning, take your profit, so we can't blame. But the whales can come here now and sell where we don't really affect the market that much. So that is pretty much the Galaxy marketplace. And like I said, it's oversimplified here in this diagram, but in my opinion, you still need to read up on it to really understand it totally. But that is a good, quick explanation of it. So here's our dashboard. Right now, we have a 26.07 in holdings, which is 1,278 sphere. In our last video 2 weeks ago, we had over 90, almost $90 there, and we were earning about, let's see, in that time prime machine. Let's blow that up. We were earning $1.58 per day. Awesome. And our initial, I think we only pretty much put like $13 into sphere. So just getting our feet wet. And I was planning to DCA and purchase more, but then the price just went way past my barrier to entry. Really too high. And so I just kissed it goodbye. So now we're at 0.02 cents. Our daily ROI is still 1.91, which is great. Our next reward is 0.01 in another 14 minutes. So we're earning pennies over here. Now we're not earning dollars. Hopefully, eventually we'll go back to earning dollars and then getting to hundreds. That is the mantra. And let's jump on into, oh yeah, you got the spare game. So if you are into lottery, you could come on over here, put up your spare and have a chance to win. Let's see what today's prize is. 28,000 so far. Not bad. It's spare. I think I just like to hold my spare and just let it grow passively. We're all about that passive income, the passive D Life Express. And so now you got the swap. You could come on over, and that's where you go and make your purchases. So you would get Matic in your wallet. If you don't know how to use a MetaMask or get a MetaMask or get Matic, make sure to leave it in the comments. I will do a video on that. Just swap your Matics for the spare, and that's it. Goes to your wallet. And now, with the version 2, you just would add the new, let's cancel that. We will add the new spare. So see, this is V1 here, and now we have V2 here. So we started off with about 600 tokens. Now we have almost 1,300. So our rebases are coming in. Another note, they have the binary rebasing as another update for V2, as some people were not getting their rebases. So that is a new update where they would pretty much automatically make sure in layman terms that you would get those rebases if you haven't. So now let's jump on to my favorite. Even though the price is down, even though we're at 2 cents, let's still see where we could be in 4 months. I just like this stuff. It just keeps me, holding on. We got a potential return of $252, not bad, with the $13 initial activation, and we'll be with 12,386 spare. The spare goes back to 9 cents. Let's just look at it for the fun of it, and we'll see. We would be at 1,220 from a $13 initial activation. You tell me if that's not great. Please leave it in the comments if you are in spare and how spare is going for you. And if you're excited about all these new updates like I am. And I'm leaving the best for last. Crew members and passengers. After speaking with the community today on our Discord, we decided to switch the liquidity pairs from MATIC to USDC in order to stabilize our price action. If you have any questions regarding it, please check our latest video on the Discord. So Sphere is moving to USDC stablecoin. So the LP, for example, which we learned in the liquidity, in the quantum liquidity, now we have USDC. So now we have a stable token. Because remember, if you watch yesterday's video, jump on over there and check it out. Our Easy Block update, the markets are down. Everything is down. Let's see if we got a change. Everything is down. Everything is still down. And Matic took a real hit. And so if Matic takes a hit, then, we get today. So today is a green day. So that is still great news for Sphere. And they listen to the community and being very transparent. Jump on over, follow them on Twitter, follow them on Discord, all of their socials. I'm bullish about Sphere. I'm holding on till that 12,386. I hope we get back to 9 cents. And make sure leave a comment. Please leave a like. Click the bell. Become a subscriber. Choose all so you can get these future updates and join the PDL Express. This is your skipper D Life over and out with Sphere Finance.